like fortune teller right now. Okay, let me tell you your fortune of what's to come. You're gonna watch the video that you're watching right now. You're gonna finish it. You're gonna give a like, and then you're also gonna give a nice comment. Thank you. What's up, homies? It is forever in a day, but here we are doing the part 2 to my Japan trip that I went on with my mom. You know, better late than never, as they say. And this will be the last video I'll be posting up this year. If not, Happy New Year, because maybe I didn't get to finish editing it in time. So somebody wants to play. Somebody wants to play. Sounds like a car. Like a motor. Gotta take it to the repair shop. Good morning, everyone. We are now in Osaka. Our first day here, we're actually going to do a day trip in Kyoto because on Monday we have another day trip and then we're leaving on Wednesday. So we have to like be on it. Today it said it was going to rain like 2 o'clock. So I was like, okay, by the time we get to Kyoto, hopefully we only get the rain a little bit. But rain, she ain't coming out right now. So I'm worried that she's going to then come later. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go finish getting ready and then we'll see you maybe at the train station. Don't mind Elby. All right, so listen, do yourself a favor, and if there's any specific restaurant that you want to go to while you are in Osaka or Kyoto, try to see if you can do a reservation first, because if there's one thing that you're going to be doing while you're visiting Japan, it's going to be waiting in a line. I mean, how do you do that? I don't know specifically, but I would suggest to go on Google and search up the restaurant that you want. See if they have a web page, and if they have their little bookings available there, and just use Google Translate to figure out the booking. Came here at 11:20 and we waited about an hour and a half, an hour and 40. I'm really hoping that this food is good, girl. My girl's hungry. Mommy didn't want to come all the way up because she's like, girl, I'm tired. So instead, I'm just here by myself. You gotta go around this 3 times. I did it. It's already like 4 o'clock. Have we gone to see a lot of Kyoto? Not yet. It's literally been like standing in line to go eat and then going to have dessert. Mom's not trying to walk all that much, so I think we'll try to hit up some spots where we can easily get to by car so it's not a whole lot on her. All right, so like I said, my mom was hella tired. On top of that, it was so hot. But that's when we saw the rickshaw dudes, and like, listen, I'm sure you have seen this all over, you know, TikTok and stuff. My mom was like, oh, well, why don't we do that? And I think it was like $100, I think, for both of us. I was feeling like, oh, that's kind of a little bit steep for like an hour, but honestly, actually, it is 100% worth it.
Queen.
Yeah, she first always. Thank you. Yeah, monkeys.
Temple is most oldest.
Oh, really?
3 monkey oldest in Japan.
Ah, okay. Estamos muy con suerte porque ha bajado la temperatura.
Silver dress, sparkle eyes, crystal blue. I was lost to the menace of the night.
Está feliz porque no está caminando. Bueno, yo también. Y además está súper fresquito.
Fresquito, está fresco.
Sí, pues. Not only was it such a great little break from walking the whole time and also the heat, it was just really nice to, you know, get carried around the city by a man. But on top of that, he told us so many interesting facts about Kyoto and just some things that only locals would know, which was really nice. And he also even spoke a little bit of Spanish. Definitely these guys are multilingual because of the tourists that they're interacting with every day. So if you're in Kyoto, highly suggest checking it out. And it's just a different kind of experience to get while you're in Japan.
Tripped on love and fell, you shook me out my shell. Now I know you well. Tripped on love and fell, you shook me out.
So while we were looking for some vintage and thrift shops, we stumbled upon another fabric store, and best believe we found some cute fabrics. Look how cute. My mom found this one for her sewing machine, but I love what these say. Look at this. Yup.
Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Ah, mira, está bueno. Está bonito.
恋愛の話頑張るのが辛かったって一番最悪な彼氏が
Vamos a comprar más tela. No más tela. Nuestro primer tela.
それ言われた
Nuestros telitos.
Little kimono.
¿Para quién? Para Albi.
Ajá, para Albi y para Chochi.
Ooh. I think they can provide you with a free pattern. That's crazy. Let's see. Girl, my mom and I were there until they were like, we are closing. Yeah. Oh God, I love fabric stores, especially Japanese fabric stores, because it's just like, it's so different, obviously, right? The type of fabrics that they're going to have, the type of patterns that they're going to have, all of that stuff is just so different from American shops and even Korean shops as well. So we were so excited. We found so many cute things. What was really cool about the shop is that actually around the store, they had like a whole bunch of bags. It would say like the number of the bag and it was like free pattern. And so you could just go up to the clerk, you didn't even have to buy anything. You're like, hi, I would like this pattern. And it's all in Japanese, but it's showing you how to make it and you don't need to know Japanese to actually read like the diagrams that they have, and then the rest of the things you just use Google Translate. And it also makes sewing feel more, it's giving you more resources to sew, and they're free resources, so I really like that. This is confidence. No te voy a hacer eso a ti tampoco, porque no, ni le vas a escuchar, va a ser, ok, no escucho nada.
Yo me hago en la casa y tengo mi eso para liberarse.
Han escuchado aquí. You heard it here first. As it turns out, Rihanna and Ryan are also in Osaka, but they're actually leaving tomorrow. Because we got home with like enough time, I'm going over to meet up with them. But literally my last train is at what, like 12? So it's already almost like 11:30 right now. So I probably have like maybe like 20 minutes to hang and then I gotta bounce. But I thought, hey, why not? Let's just make the little trip. One of my like dream experiences that I want to do is like travel like abroad with my friends. God, it's just like so much fun, especially after I've had really great experiences traveling with my friends anyways. So that's why I was like, you know what? I'm still gonna meet up with you guys, even though it's literally gonna be for 15 minutes. meet up. At first we were gonna go to like some club. There was like a cover charge, and so like, okay, instead let's wait till it's like a little bit later or something. And Rihanna was telling me that they had gone to a small little karaoke bar. She was like, damn, it sucks that you have to leave in 15 minutes. I was like, I know, because I really wasn't trying to spend money on a taxi back, even though like maybe it wouldn't have been like as expensive, but still I was just like, ugh, I just don't feel like getting a taxi all the way back, you know? But then we were at the bar and I was like, okay, if I get some free drinks, that's probably going to equal the amount of a taxi ride. So if I get 2 free drinks, then I'll take a taxi home and I'll leave later. And there's one thing about me that I didn't know about me, but my friend Mafe was the one that pointed this out first. She was like, you always get free drinks. She's like, I don't know how you just talk to the bartender, you talk to people, whatever, and you always get us free drinks. And I'm always like, really? And then one day when I was visiting her, like we put that to the test and I was like, I guess I really do. It's the gift of gab, y'all. It's the gift of gab. And so anyways, with the guy that was standing next to me, like since it was a karaoke bar, I sang a song. He was like, wow, you sing so great. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I was like, she ate that. He's like, I would love to hear another song. And I was like, you know what? I'll sing you another song, but I'm a little parched and I think I need a drink. He was like, okay. I ended up getting my free drinks and I stayed out a little bit longer. And it was just nice. Like I didn't stay out too long because we had a day trip at like 7 o'clock in the morning the next day.
I got 30 minutes and a tequila shot. There's a hope and a dream.
It was on ice, went down smooth. We got 20 minutes to get Natalie gone.
We can't go wrong. Faster, faster. My heart is beating.
Loving Osaka, that's insane actually. We'll see you in Seoul.
We'll see you. For day 2, we were taking a day trip to Amanohashidate and Ine. From what I was seeing in the pictures, it's a beautiful place with beautiful scenery. And there was specifically one picture that I was like, oh my God, this is this cute little like ride that I want to do. To get over there on our own was going to cost way more than what it was on Klook. And it was like $40 per person. So I thought that was a steal. And they had an Osaka pickup. So I was like, perfect. So we literally scheduled it to be our day 2 thing because according to the weather reports, it was going to be raining the other days and that day wasn't going to be raining. So I was like, okay, let's go on this day. Once we arrived to the area, it starts raining, but not only raining, it starts pouring, girl, like pouring. Yo, we don't even have umbrellas. Luckily, the tour guides did have umbrellas for both of us. So we all got like a ticket to go up to like a observation deck. So they said you could either go now or you could go in a little bit if you want to wait for the rain to go down. My mom and I were like, okay, no, you know what? Let's just wait a little bit till the rain passes. So we went to go get lunch. And then afterwards, we stopped by this really cute cafe. Having like the time of our lives, right? You know, had our little food, have our little cafe, have our little matcha lattes, having a great old day. They also have oat milk. Like the sun is back out again. We're like, perfect, awesome. But then I started seeing some people that came with us on the tour. They were like coming back down, and I was like, wait a minute, I thought they would have been down like way beforehand, because like, don't you have to just go up a little mountain and come back down? Like, why is that taking so long? And so then I kind of got in a panic mode. I was like, wait a minute, mommy, we gotta go now. So we're waiting in line. Luckily the line is going pretty fast, even though there is a lot of people. I'm thinking, okay, so this is the chairlift thing. We just go up, we would go back down, and then like that's it, right? We had like less than an hour to do all of this, right? So we're waiting. We get on the chairlift, which that in alone was so funny to see my mom get on.
¿Tienes miedo, mami?
No.
¿Tienes miedo?
Ahora sí, porque yo pensé que iba a un cinturón de seguridad. Ahora voy a ir.
No. Siéntate, siéntate.
Natalie. Today we've had a whole day trip planned. According to Google Weather, it was supposed to be a nice sunny and bright day. Unfortunately, it has been a rainy day instead. Even right now doing this, oh my god, this little girl is about to stand up on her chair. Girl, be careful. It would have been so cute had it been, of course, actually nice and clear, but it's fine. It's fine. It still looks nice, and mommy's in front of me. We get our way to the top, and I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna go back down. And the guy was like, no, get out. And I was like, huh? Turns out that picture that I had seen that was like really cute, it's all the way up there, and up there is a whole bunch of like little rides that you could go on and all this stuff. I'm like, this whole time I was thinking like that was gonna be someplace else.
¿Ahora tienes miedo?
Ya no, ya.
So literally we had no time to do that. I was so sad, but we got up there. It was so beautiful though. We took some photos, and then immediately we had to go back down because we didn't want to be late, because that's all the time we had left, dude. That was all the time we had left. I was like, no, but that's fine. It's okay. We got some other cute pictures, and we did still enjoy our time. Next stop was to go on like this boat, and we're gonna like feed the seagulls and everything. And I know they do that also here in Korea, but I hadn't done it before. Girl, let me tell you, them seagulls, like, they can cut skin. Okay, they can cut skin. That happened to my mom. I got a little cut too by I think one of the seagulls, like nails or something. Some people were smart though, and they had their chopsticks. That's how they were feeding the seagulls, and I was like, you smart, you smart.
Ay, no, ya no. Me da miedo. Porque te agarra con el dedo.
How again?
When we were heading over there, it was raining, and then we arrived and the rain stopped. We go on the boat, we do the thing. Once we arrive back to the port, it immediately starts raining, and I felt so bad for the second group because it was like pouring, you know? So we got out and now we're on to our final stop, and that was to Ine Funaya, or as they call it, the Venice of Japan. So again, it was pouring while we were heading over there. We arrived to the area and immediately it stops raining. So it's like we were lucky, but also unlucky that it was raining, but lucky that it wasn't raining that long when we had to do things, you know? But yeah, this area was just like really peaceful and beautiful, especially obviously since the rain had stopped. So we had like beautiful clear skies, and my mom and I got to just like walk around and take photos and stuff. And so that was really nice.
When I moved into your new place, I lost a little more than space. Now I just
Okay, I think we have finished our day trip. We're probably going to be heading back now.
Hoy el día estará perfecto, aunque con lluvia.
Así pues. Y total, ahora sí tenemos sol. The line hasn't been that long, so that's good. We're gonna finally eat some sushi. A comer sushi hoy día. Hoy día nos toca sushi. Arigatou gozaimasu.
mostly feel the same. Somehow, nothing's new. I don't know what's gonna kill me, but I mean to find out.
Neither my mom nor I can really handle wasabi, but I was like telling my mom, I was like, I think it's gonna be rude if we asked them like, hey, take off the wasabi, you know? So for our first round of sushi, we just endured it. We were just like, it was so good when there wasn't like a lot of wasabi on it. And if we could like sneakily like take off some of the wasabi, that's what we did. But then for our second round, like I was like, I had to tell the guy, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, could you take the wasabi off? And luckily the chef, he was like, you know, it's okay. I mean, maybe he was mad. I don't know. He wouldn't show it, but at least he didn't make me feel like an asshole for doing that, you know? Well, I've been wanting one of the Oland bags, and here Gion has made its own version of it. Good morning, everyone. Today is our full and only day in Osaka. So we bought the amazing like day pass that you can get over at Klook, not sponsored by just saying. It's already 9 o'clock. We're gonna see how many things we get in. So we have a jam-packed day. Let's go.
Down in the hole again.
All right, so for the slide and for the Tsutentaku dive and walk, you had to be 65 and under to do both of these things. Now my mom at the time was 68. So I was like really worried that they were gonna like check her ID and stuff. So I was like, Mommy, just say that you're like 65 and under, check that box. I was like, you look young, hopefully they don't ask for ID. Luckily they didn't. And the first thing that we did was the slide. You couldn't go up there with like your phone or anything. You had to leave all of your stuff in a locker. So when we get up there, like they said they were gonna like, you know, record us and everything, and I was the first one to go. Girl, that was, as we were going down, I got a little scared, right? And I was screaming, I was like, ah, but like screaming like fun, but it was still like scary. Go back into the locker room. I like grabbed myself to grab my camera so I could film my mom. Now, I'm telling you that I screamed, right? I was the one that was like, ah. So then my mom goes down.
Hey, okay, down. Cross down, please.
And I'm like, where's she at? Because I don't hear a damn thing. And the people that went before us are also like, where's your mom? And I'm like, I don't know.
Are you scared?
I'm scared. Girl came out like a corpse. We were dying. Like, I almost peed myself. I was laughing so hard. I was like, Ma, you didn't say nothing. Like, you.
Can I remember what my life was like? Getting old.
All right, and so for the next thing was the dive and walk, and I was scared.
¿Estás lista? Sí, estoy lista otra vez.
Okay, like I am afraid of heights, but the thing is, it's like whenever I've had to do something that included like, you know, being really high up, I'm with someone else, not Lou specifically, that are more afraid of heights than I am. So I feel like I need to put on a brave face and like be brave for them, even though I'm super scared, right? And just to kind of get up there, like what they told us is like, you know, there's a lot of steps that you need to go up. I think it was like 100 and actually I don't even know. I don't know if I should say like 170. I really don't know. But there was like a lot of stairs and they made a point to tell us that, right? And they're like, are you going to be okay? As in like to my mom, they're like, are you going to be okay walking all these steps? And my mom was like, okay, yeah, sure. But as we started going up, my mom was like, I'm really starting to get tired. Like my heart is beating really fast. And finally got all the way up there. We take our photos and my mom was just like not really feeling it. And I was like, come on, Ma, like, you know, let's do this. And she was just like not really feeling it. But we still at least managed to take some nice photos. Now, you would think that once you got up there, like that was it. No, you still have to go up some additional stairs. So after we take our photos, they're like prepping us so we can go all the way up. And so as we're going up, my mom was like, I can't. She's like, my heart is beating like too fast. Like, yeah, she's like, I'm starting to feel like lightheaded and all that stuff. And I was like, dang, Ma. So she ended up heading back down. So this is where I was like, I was starting to get real scared. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom really isn't that scared of heights, I would say. Like we've been in like Cusco, like we've done like paragliding, not paragliding, like, you know, like from one place to one place and you're like attached to a thing and you're like, ee! Like we've done that. And my mom would be the first one to go and she's like fine because she's like attached to something. But like, so I don't know if she would have been scared for this or not, but just like walking up those stairs and everything was just doing something to her heart. And she was like, no, I feel like something's gonna happen if I do this thing. Like what if I get like a heart attack or something? And I was like, okay, Ma, let's not chance that. So you go back down. So it was just me, girl, let me tell you. Like scan your code and it's gonna count down and then it's gonna like, okay, you just walk and you just go. Don't jump, just walk. Just like take a step over the edge and just go. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do it. They're like 1, 2, 3. They're like, okay, go. And I'm like, yeah. And that's when I just see like everything. I'm telling you, like, I'm scared of heights, you know? On top of that, there was no one else that was up there either. If it was like a whole bunch of people and we're all like doing like this jump together, then maybe I would have felt like, oh, that's fine because like they're doing it, I'm doing it. But it was literally just me. So I had no one to like, hey girl, like hang in there or like, let's do this or anything, you know, except for like the people. And they were like really nice. The attendants that, you know, that were working there. And I also couldn't even see my mom because she was just like sitting down somewhere else. So it's not even like I could like, mommy, you know, like give me some, you know, like encouraging words or anything. Homegirl was like, deuces, I'm out. You figure out your own thing. So I'm just there. And then like, if you don't immediately go, they tell you to come back. So I would go back, scan the ticket, counts down. They're like, open the gate. They're like, go. And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, I was so scared. I was like paralyzed. It was just like so scary. The people that were helping, they're like, listen, it's really not that far. It's not going to be like crazy scary. It really isn't. Just like, don't worry. You could just go. Scan the ticket, go. 1, 2, 3, go. And I'm walking. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I'm going to do it. And my foot is like just over the edge, right? And I'm like, my legs are like, and I'm like, I go back and then a 4 try scan again. And I'm like, okay, 1, 2, 3. It really wasn't scary and it wasn't really far that you had to do. What's scary is that feeling of weightlessness. You're attached to something, like you feel it being like attached to you, right? You could feel like this. So I feel a little bit more secure. In those 2 seconds that you are jumping off or taking that step off, like there's nothing like, and then it like, you know, something like grabs you and then you're like, oh, okay. But that moment, that was the scariest. I was just like, because like, you don't know what's going to happen. Like, am I really attached to something? Did something just unlock? Like, I don't know, but I did it and I was really proud of myself.
It's been a few since I got on my bike. Know the way you get right back.
gonna head over to a temple. Then from there, we're gonna walk down to the station, which also coincidentally has a jump shop. And then we're gonna go up to Osaka Castle. That's the plan.
Are you asleep, my friend?
So for the rest of the day, we were just trying to get to as many places as we could on our day pass. So we went to Shitenoji. They actually were having a market at the time. So there was like just people selling stuff. And of course we found more sewing items. It was really cool. So my mom, she was like, oh, I'm looking for a Buddha, like specifically because she likes to collect those. I came across this one dude and I was just looking for anything that was like cool and stuff like that. And maybe any like vintagey things. And I picked up like one thing and I asked the guy how much it was. And I picked up this one ring and I was like, wow, it was pretty. I put it on, put it back down. I saw there, he was selling like the little elephants, or maybe it was a Buddha, I don't know, but something that my mom wanted. And so I was just like, oh my God, mommy, here it is. I think that was like 15 bucks. So she bought that and we're like, oh, thank you. And then the guy turns around and he grabs something and he comes back to me. He's like, this is for you. Well, he didn't say this in English, but he was just like, you know, like for you. And I was like, huh? And then he gave me this ring. I am not a ring person at all, but I love wearing this ring. And my mom was like, oh wow, that's like good luck when someone gifts you something like this. So I'm really happy and thank you, sir, for giving me this ring. I think it fits my hand well. And on top of that, it doesn't stain at all. So I don't know what's the material of this, but like it's great. These are so pretty and they're vintage. Whenever you see a bakery in Japan, go inside and get yourself some bread because that bread is just delicious. Like I definitely miss having some delicious ass bread like that because oof, it is so yummy, girl. So at some point we wanted to do like this boat ride that goes like around Osaka Castle and just like that whole area, and it was like really nice. The sun was out and everything, but girl, trying to get there like took forever. So we're there like rushing, and there's specific times where the boat was, and then like I could see the boat, or at least I think that was the boat. And once we finally get there, that boat left. It left us and we're like, God dang, because we weren't trying to walk anymore. But yeah, what could we do, man? I don't see One Piece stuff. I don't see One Piece stuff. I see things from other shows. Ay, no tiene. The train station situation, the subway stuff, it's just like up, down, left, right, you know, like do a loop-de-loop and then reverse it and all this stuff to get to a place. It's just like even when you're doing a transfer or anything like that. So even though it's like, oh, the station's right here, but to get to the actual like track could take forever. So when my mom and I were like, you know, going to all these shops, all these things, and like boom, bam, then that left, right, and all this stuff. So there was a train coming. I was like, Mommy, that's your train. We got to get this train. So I had this lady running. We get on the train. She sits down and she's just like, okay, so like, how much time do I have to enjoy this transfer? You know, as in like to sit down. And I look at my phone and I'm like, Mommy, you got 1 minute to enjoy this transfer. Le tengo este señor. Arriba la escalera, debajo la escalera. Agarra.
I'd like to think I'm on your mind. I'd like to think he's on your mind. I'd like to think we'll be alright.
You know, last time I got the Zoro t-shirt, but now I'm like, is it time to get the Luffy one? But I don't know if I should be doing all of that right now, you know?
We've been talking about the situation, talking slowly.
so much fun. It was such a great little like night activity to do. It's also just a great way to take a little rest from walking all the time. And my mom and I just had a good time just going up there and just like talking about like what we liked about our day and stuff. So that was really fun. ¿Te gustó esta?
Sí, me divertí. Ahora sí.
We like to think, we like to think.
Of course, we had to have our matcha. It was like matcha, everything. Wherever we went to, we were like, we want something with matcha. And it turns out we actually could squeeze in one last little thing on our Osaka day pass. So there was like a speedboat baby cruise like thing around the Dotonbori like river area. My mom and I, we had to like run over there because there was like such a small window for us to make it. But had such a great time. On top of that, it was just beautiful to see Dotonbori at night. Of course, you have like your little moment where you could like take a photo, which is really great because then you won't, you know, you're not like crowded trying to take that photo. You have like your own like spot.
¿Te divertiste? Mucho, hijita.
Oh, and walking back, we actually got to do one of my mom's favorite activities, and mine too, which is get a massage. We just went to this massage place, the cheapest one that we've seen. We did body for 30 minutes, foot for 30 minutes. They did a great job. All is for $4.40. If you're in Osaka by Dotonbori area, there's a place to go. There's a place to go. ¿Te gustó, ma? We were like, it's either we go to eat or we go get a massage. And the massage per person was $4.40. We're like, okay, it's as if we had like our meal yesterday. So we're like, let's get that massage instead. And money well spent. Wow. So it's our final day in Osaka. Sad. Coming here, my mom was like, I don't think you're going to be buying so many things. Like, I think you're really overestimating how many things you're going to buy, because I really wanted to bring an additional luggage. And I was like, and lo and behold, we're out here with our little carry-on luggages filled to the brim. And right now we haven't even done a Don Quixote run. So that's going to be a whole other thing. To go to Don Quixote, try to find my sister some matcha, which I wish she could have told us beforehand because we were in Kyoto and we could have bought her the matcha right then and there. But now we need to find like there's a seller that has like some kind of specific style of matcha. Lista. Bye. I think we're in Kifetsu, trying to find the Iburu tea matcha. This whole bag was full, and now it is just... Whoa. Oh snap. Initially, I really wanted to go to Hobby Off because I saw a TikTok of a girl talking about how it's like super cheap over there. So I was like, oh my god, I want to go, but obviously didn't make it there. But now I'm looking at this place. Oh my god, for example, this Sailor Moon stick, original price $121, they're selling it for $89. That's still kind of expensive. Wait, I do have this one though. $264 versus $197. That's for a big ass Kaido. Now I would not spend my money on him. We're running around a little bit, getting some last minute things. We have made it back to Don Quixote and now we're going to be spending the last couple hours here. I already have picked out some things over on TikTok of like shampoo and some makeup stuff that I want to try. So let's go. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Adios. Goodbye. pray for us. We gotta check in our luggages. Hopefully it's not that expensive and hopefully we didn't bring too many things. So we ended up having to pay for 2 luggages. I think it was like $40 each. And yet again, I was running like a crap ton of layers, a lot of stuff in my backpack. And we had just made it with the things that we had. Like we really, to the last little kilo of trying to fit everything in there because there was like no more space whatsoever in our luggages. We really went in on that shopping. And yeah, that was finally the end of this Japan trip that I did with my mom back in September. Okay, so it's not like that far off. It's not like when I did my Euro trip. That was a really long time. Anyways, all right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If this came out before the new year, Happy New Year. If it came out after the new year, Happy New Year. We have so many things to talk about, so many videos to edit, so many videos to film and all that stuff. I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful, amazing, healthy, successful 2025 for you and for me. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. That is all. Bye.